Okay, the stream is started. Why can't I see chat? I can't see the chat, it says it's excellent. Technical difficulties. Already technical difficulties. This is not looking good. Okay, one sec. If I just refresh, can I see myself? I can see myself. Okay, I can. I guess I'll just have to. Okay, whatever. Whatever. This is complicated. I'll do this. And. Yeah, okay. Where is that widget when I need it? Where is that widget when I need it? Theme collection, tools. Okay. Is that... I guess I'll just pop it out and we'll do it like this. And that's going to be fine. And normally, yeah. Okay. Technical difficulties, but that's fine. Okay. Just to replace before I actually get into array so that things don't go bad and people don't run out of stamina while we are getting absolutely destroyed by the sands. Okay. Okay. I'll do this. This is fine. All right. So, is there even a list? No. Might as well wait because the time is not just there yet. It's not quite 2 PM after all. We don't care about this, we don't care about this. All right. Now 6 minutes before 2 PM. We'll start in 5 minutes for now. Might as well get putting to it too. We can even do the module mission. Greetings. So since Are you willing to be a test subject and tell me whether you can actually hear the game properly and whether the audio balance is good? We're not going to do this. I will get the video later. Okay. Okay. Here we go. I can increase the volume a little bit. Okay. I guess I can just listen to myself very briefly. One sec. I guess I'll just... yeah, okay, it's loud. Okay, it's loud. It's properly sharing what I wanted to share. We have 3 minutes to go. Why do I have a pop-up? Oh yeah, there has been the update for iOS. I'm starting to think that I probably didn't pick the best time because a bunch of people are going to be like, wait, I need to actually grab all my dailies and monthlies, and there's been the iOS which has been reset. But it doesn't matter. It's record for posterity. I intend to make a few videos later anyway. Okay. All right. Oh yeah, we do have access to the content generation and access to the next calculation day. We are not doing peaceful mode because it would be too easy. There will be no time pressure. Standard mode is definitely something that we do for newer players, and challenge mode is what we are actually going to do because we are here to suffer. All right. Well, let's get to it. So the squad that we have, I guess we can start making some. We currently have 5 E2s, and the rest are just a bunch of... Actually, that just goes up to this. So that's our entire squad. That's 4, 8, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 squad members. So let's get to it. It's going to be something. I have not tried. I know we can, like, this is available right from the start, and I think it's going to be a good option later on for when we how newbie. This guy. I don't know. Wait, actually, I can hide the timestamps so that I can. There we go. So this is all we have right now. This is all we have. It's going, because I have some production going on, we are going to get some more as time goes on. But for the time being, that's we'll have to just run with what we have, and that's not a lot. This one has both food and wood. And the priority, as with all reclamation algorithm runs, when to start, it's food and wood, You have 2 eggs per day, you might as well try to use both of these for these 2. And we are going to try to limit our already limited squad by just picking what we have. So Cruise Hunter is going to be used a lot for cutting trees. We are going to have Cutter to deal with some of the melees, and also we are going to need Yato, because Yato is going to be very useful as a fast issue deploy. We can get Fang for DP generation, and the rest is just going to be bring a lot of block to bring back the wood in question. Other than this, we have Cruise Hunt here. I guess we can bring Akira as well, and we have no tools. This is right from the start. We have no rice. That's going to be very limited. So that's after 2 weeks. After 2 weeks of building up an account is, can you actually build reclamation algorithm on challenge mode? So first trick that I'm using, because it's also going to serve a bit as a guide also. So I'm going to comment more so than I would if it was just a standard reclamation algorithm critical contention run. But first trick I'm using is just clicking on a melee operator and saying, okay, there are some tiles where I can see where the trees are and no trees or bushes. I already know where I need to focus my efforts on. So that one is going to be an obvious one because there are 4 tiles that are undeployable. And we're going to start right here. Okay. I know there's a caster here and a few. There we go. And we're gonna place Snowcorn because Snowcorn will also be used to grab some tree. We have a 6 wood in here, so we just need to wait a bit. And Chris Alter is doing a decent job. Now, there is no stopping. Now I'm okay. This is noise in me because of that one. I'm gonna wait a bit. Kiara first. She's going to win and she's going to play the rest, and we're going to go here. Okay, Walkon's going to die. We're going to retreat him early. Chris Alter is going to die. Just want to do this. We have 2 minutes, so I have enough time to deploy Chris Alter and grab the more wood jumps. Ideally, I'd like to try and get rid of these. I'm not sure whether I'll have time. Thing will die, but that's fine. One more. I would much prefer if Yato weapons want to pick up the food, and we get our food, so we get to a few extracts. Check it. Oopsie. I don't know how to click anymore. What is start? I don't think we're gonna get this one. No. Nine wood, 6 food. Okay, it's kind of substandard. If you actually have a proper account, you can get so much more than this, but that's the fun of it. That's the fun of it. Also, left a planting box group and quarters to level 2. I initially thought that because I think when I started Array 2 for the first time, I had a much stronger account compared to when I did Reclamation Algorithm 1. I thought that we started with 3 planting box groups, but it turns out that no, I've been sniffing some things because we actually do have only one. So current priority is going to be wood, food, and getting more planting box groups. I think we already have the recipe unlocked, if I'm correct. No, we don't have anything unlocked. We just have these, but these don't count. So definitely big priority is going to be upgrading this. So we need 60 wood, and 5 water. 5 water. If we go eastward, we are going to progress through the story, and we can get a lot of free tools. So that's going to be the priority. Because I'm also extremely limited in terms of resources, and I don't really have the means to farm too much every single day, as much as possible I'm going to try to use one act per day and use the other one just for encounters so that we don't have to worry too much. 5 crabs, close to get crude gold. Crude gold we really don't care about at all, so it's really... I'm gonna pick the one where we don't sacrifice food. There is no point. And we get to the next act. The next day even. Okay. So rushing toward, because there are raids that will spawn at day 25, 60 and 100. So the priority is really to progress through the main story as fast as possible, so I can actually get all the resources needed. This map, there are some trees that are in this area usually, and there is also a secret wall that you can break. There is a lot of wood, but there is very little food. That's it, there is water, and you can't actually craft anything. So I'm going to still stick to a squad like this. I don't think I really have the means to bring much else, but I'm going to swap Kira out for Melantha, because I'd rather have someone else I can place to actually start cutting trees. Okay. So if you check the tiles here in front of the secret wall, which is there are 4 trees that are here. So ideally I'd like to get there because there's a secret chest in this location that's not yet revealed. This is a crab, so that's additional food, which is nice to get. The bad thing is there are no good positions to actually position crews, which is also one of the reasons why I removed Kira. I'm gonna be bringing Cutter, and usually there are some food, well, some bushes that appear randomly around, and we can try to get them to get some minor ingredients and sometimes a bit of food. Okay, so this is just a tree. Don't care about that one. We can keep breaking that one for the time being. There we go. Might as well start farming. Okay, Krista has done the job. Enough as well. We'll keep following there. Yeah, it's only up here. Okay. Cutter can keep cutting even if she's on max. And next we'll push here. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of wood here. No opportunity for food. It's a strange change of space compared to Reclamation Core MCC, where it's like you see everything, you have basically infinite power, but so do the enemies. Okay. I still would like to check some of the things around. More trees, more trees. Just to bully some slugs. I guess Crucial Turtle is the one who got bullied. Tree cutting action! Okay. Okay. Can't do anything else. 21 wood. So when it comes to wood, it's alright. We have an encounter, so I'm definitely be using this to and fight weight rice, which is actually great. And now actually eye rolling, I can't believe this. Okay, there's a lot. So our priority is to get around here and making some decent progress. So calculation day is there soon. I can't even see the raid. This one is just a few wolves and a few rushers. Shrubby Galor is horrible to defend, but so is that one. Oh yeah, and you need to upgrade HQ before entering there. It can spawn, like this one spawns randomly, because sometimes if it was spawned near the bottom it would have been much better, because Shrubbery Galore is very difficult to defend. So what do I do? What do I do? Actually, let's take a look at how much we can make. Not much. Within range has a lot of wood, but I'm not concerned too much about it. So this one is one of, okay. Yes, it is painful. But the thing is, with the latest expansion, because when you start, the first time when Area 2 was released, it was truly a pain. But now there are a bunch of things that make it a lot easier, and this is one of them, where crude gold is not particularly valuable, because the shop, which is not currently available but will be available soon, you can now buy these. And these are just standard crappy pumpers, but at least you have a use for crude gold early on, which is much better than just spending a bunch of resources by buying stuff on the shop. So from that one, we should be getting, we just need 5 water. We just need 5 water. And we already got 1. So getting in there, we don't care, well, it's better if we can get more wood to actually get the upgrade. But I don't really have the means to bring a lot of people. What I can do, however, is bring Cora, because she can still face tank some of the ballistas that are in there. Now the ballistas in this particular place, I'm gonna bring more people because I still want to gather as much as possible. The interesting thing about these is that you can actually destroy the ballistas. I don't think that's what I'm going to try. Can I go? I would like to get one more, if possible. Do I do it? I think I do it because you're still gonna need water at some point, so might as well get above them. Everything looks painful when you have a Newbie account like this. And this is challenge mode, so the resources have a lot more HP. So if you struggle too much, you can still reduce the difficulty. So you're gonna have ballistas on basically all sides. I can destroy them, but again, I think I'm just gonna place like defenders to tank the shots and not have to bother with them. I will need a bit of extra DP though, so Fang is going to be there. There is one coming from the top. And we're gonna place those here because there are crabs on the other one. It's pretty unlikely that they get destroyed, but might as well get to it. Okay. Please don't kill Fang. Thank you. Ah. Now gravel to tank. And we can start cutting. The two enemies here are from the Gavial event, and they are a bit dangerous, so I'm just going to promptly ignore them. The rest is just going to be pushing more DPS. Next. I just want to keep Fang alive long enough. She has done the job. Next. Okay. Please be careful to stop the shots. Feng is definitely going to die, so we're going to shoot her. Yeah, I'm going to place it like this because I'm still busy cutting the trees. And I forgot about the one at the top. Beautiful. Congratulations, me. Cruz, I just need you to focus your firepower just a little bit. Great. Quick face check. There's still one. Yeah, one wood. So we got one wood from them cutting trees first. Come on, Chris. Come on, Chris. It will be fun. Okay. Forward, and we won't have time to be farming much more, but we can grab one more from what they decided to cut. $18 wood. I didn't check the water, but yeah, 21 water. So now we just need yet more of it, and we should be fine. But as always, we have to progress west for the story. That's a lot of food potentially. But this is not a great map because these guys I don't really have a way to deal with. Like I need like Amiya or Kira to outfocus them, but the problem is there are literally 2 range slots, so we can forget about this. How am I to approach this? Since I've used most of my melee operators, I guess we are going to do this. Okay, certainly not. This encounter is one that triggers a raid with a bunch of those charging balls from the monster event collab. So we are absolutely not going to activate it. I'm just going to wait until it refreshes. Which means we have to find something else to do. What I could do, because there are a lot of trees usually on this side, is actually use the range operators on this particular raid. Along with hibiscus, because there's going to be... do I want to use lava? That's a bit too costly, I don't have the DP for. But then could do it. I'm going to cut trees, because if you cut trees, you can still get them on the next round. So I'm fine with this. Ah, this is not enough to craft. But it's okay. We'll get extra food. Ah, this is very painful. Ah, this is very painful. I knew the start would be rough, but it's like still. Things will get a lot better once once we unlock like feral territories, because those get unlocked super early on. Also, I don't have any way to check. I don't have ground up, so I can't check which one is which. But I'm gonna have Cruz here. Okay. Okay, please kill that one. Thank you. Just copy adding putting this. Okay. These are the only dangerous ones, the rest we can just ignore. Getting some extra food would be very nice. She can still reach, so might as well. Oh yeah, this is Spain. Just gonna put this hibiscus to scout. And usually there is also some stuff here, but I don't think we can reach it, so... Just a bit of food, we can activate this. So with this, at least next act, I can just come back here. Ooh, please don't. It's okay. Next act, I can just come back and grab most of the wood. So we got 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 on the ground, and we just need to retrieve it. Nine wood. We're getting there slowly. The grind easier. Tech tree! Tech tree! Okay. Strange territories. It's not strange territory, this is feral territory. She's like... Eunictus, you're lying! This is a feral territory. Okay, so this is the big difference with... I guess I can talk to her. With the start, when Area 2 got released, is you only unlocked strange territories much later down the line. You had to unlock the second region. And here, you actually get to unlock feral territories, so those for the exotic beasts. And the way it works, let's just get back to the map. Every 3 days you have a save that is made. So let's see. Day 4, today to calculation day. So every time there is a calculation day before, so calculation day, what it does is it saves. If you go to the bottom, I can actually load back day 4, so it will be just the start of this particular day. If I start this, on day 7 there should be another calculation day. But the thing is, any time that you spend in a feral or strange territory does not count towards the days at the top. So if you really want to buy yourself as much time as possible before the raids, you actually want to do as many of these raids as, well, territories as possible. However, the funny thing is, we don't get any rice production while doing so. So it is going to be painful. It is going to be painful, and we might just run out of things. So we'll probably be spamming a lot of counters. But even if it's just spamming encounters, I'm fine with it, because it's still ultimately free resources. Okay, so that's all the goodies. This one is not going to see much use for now. I don't even really... If we fight a failed beast, it's possible. This one doesn't do anything. This one is actually good to farm all the wood, especially combined with Yato. And this is exactly what we need. Okay. So I'm going to prepare it. Even if I can't achieve that much, I'm going to be fine with it. I want to get any opportunity I have to make some kind of progress. I'll need it. I absolutely need it. Iberian cheating cube. Okay. So what the food? I think it's just a attack and max HP plus 25% and status resist, and less likely to be targeted. Who do I want to give it to? I think I want to give it to Cruz, because Cruz is the main one to be farming trees, and she has a best range by default. So I'm going to give it to her. She's going to be my main DPS early on. As time goes on, and especially during the raid, it's mostly going to be arts DPS that's going to matter, but for now it's going to be her. So yeah, as expected, just a bunch of walls and the breakers. So this is not too hard to fend off, but the map is back. What I want to check is whether the HQ can actually face tank enemies. It has 400 defense and 55. Oh, yeah, it can face tank. Okay. It can face tank, no problem. Because of tanking options, I'm going to be relying on the HQ to tank not just a few raids, but even some bosses. Because some of the bosses, like the Dust Weaver for example, have very low DPS overall, so if you want to let the HQ tank, you can perfectly do it. So I'm just going to ignore the raid and I'll intercept it when it's HQ, because it's simpler. This map I don't like, but this way is just too long. I'm still going to do it. I'm not gonna be happy about it, but I'm still going to do it. Okay, so we just want hard hitchers and very tanky defenders. Maybe grabbing the wood from the other plume is actually good. This would be nice, but right now I just want to get to headquarters level 2, so we're saving up wood for the time being. Yes, on. Bunny boy. So with him we unlocked the shop, but we are going to be using crude gold for the to grab like harvesters anyway, so it won't do much. That's it. Go! Pew 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 pew. Probably gonna move again. Probably just going to murder. Panic. Okay, this is not the kind of crab I expected to see. Why is it such a chunky one? Crab jump scare. This one I think is a super EV with fast slowing moves. I think this one as well. These, I know there are some bears, but there are also some animals. Nice try. But no, not this time. This is a slow one, I'm going to let him move away. I would much prefer if he got into cruise range. Yeah, this is a bad map. This is a really bad map for what I have. If you have faster replays, it's so much easier. Oh, this is so much pain. This is so much pain. Let's try to move that one. This is not how I want you to move. I just want to get one. Killed in the fog of war. I'm fine with it. I'm gonna let that one pass. Okay, that's good. I'm going to block. Perfect. These are some crabs. I don't know if Walker... No, she doesn't have enough attack. Yeah, she's maxed, but even with this, it's not enough. I'm going to swap her for Melanfa. Melanfa is not doing a much better job. Do I try to get that one? I think I'll wait until cutter is available. Don't move too far. Don't move too far, please. Please stop. Ah! Okay. Nice try, but no. Not this time. Big Bob preventing the kill. Not even close. Not even close. It is. Yeah. This is a first stream. I'm sorry for the scuff. Oh, by the way, just tell me if the audio balancing is bad, because I don't know if you can even hear the sound all that well, the like the in-game sound. Getting food without fast redeploys? Mostly you just use what's available to you, which is mostly going to be ground operators. If you have, well, cutter is not too bad, but I think actually I need to get cutter to E2. But for the goats, for example, you eat them once with some random stuff, and then you bring an operator, the melee operators actually deal some damage. But yeah, it's if you don't have Dex Alter and you have to alter, it certainly makes things more difficult. But if you want to get food, the best way to go about it is not so much the goats as it is to go for the birds, because the birds just stay with, wait a second, these ones, because they stay mostly in place, so you can just use a bunch of marksmen if the map just has enough spots for it. Well, so this one has enough, so if I ever need more food I can just come back here, and you can see that in fact even though I killed some on the first time around, they're already back. It's just the wood that doesn't replenish every day. This one I'll go to, but at some later point. Skirmish. So skirmish is very spicy because we have a bunch of Saka's lancers. What you can do for this one, you have two options. Either you give them a bunch of rice, and I think that's like 50 or something, or you actually fight them. It's a bit rough to fight them because they're going to come also from the top, and you have a bunch of lanes to defend. So I'm not sure it's entirely possible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for the next saving point. Shit, how does it go? Basically, I'll wait for the next save point, in which we'll go to feral territories, we'll do our stuff there, try to get as many resources as possible, and then right away I'll try to do the skirmish, because if things go bad, I can just reload. This one we are going to, let's slide, I have a bunch of food to get, and we are going to go back here, because I want to grab more food, so we're going to get a bunch of range operators, and I'm going to be getting Gravel as well, because she's going to be very useful to tank some of the damage. Nope. And Yato on top of this. Spotting is a bit too costly, so we're gonna be you. And there we are. Ideally I would be able to get some extra wood on top of the food here, but if I don't, it's fine. It's really just making sure I don't run out of energy drinks so I can keep doing stuff. So all these are birds, so they tend to sit around here a fair bit, and they also tend to sit on the other side a fair bit. We're gonna be having Jessica. We have some wood to farm here. So yeah, Chris is not going to be the best here, but that's okay. That'll be the support. There should be usually, yeah. So they go from one side to the next. I can add Kira because Kira can kill this one, and she can assist a bit for this. Also, yeah, these bushes here respawn every single day, which is actually very annoying because if you place constructs, like there are several random spawns for this, and if you have construct on one of those random spawns, it's just going to be deleted, which is very annoying. Also, I think the whoops, yeah, Kira got deleted. Ah, that's fine. That is fine. We're just gonna kill those three slowly. While gathering a bit of wood. Activate skill. Okay. I don't think Gravel will be able to do it, but... Okay, no, she doesn't have it. That's good. I think the grow range, I think, is 1.5 tiles, so it's just at the edge. It's just at the edge. Okay. This is a caster that's moving around. Yato will be the one to grab the wood there. Oops. There we go. One aid away from getting the bird suddenly. Day number 5. So these guys are here. What's this? It's just yeah, just the encounter for the story. So next goal is getting here, finishing all the trees that have already been cut there, and then day 6. Yeah, there's going to be a bit of time. And with this, we'll have headquarters level 2 if I'm doing a good enough job. Yeah, I need 24. And there is already 9 on the ground. So here I want to really go hard on cutting as many trees as possible. So gonna be removing you. Cruise Altar definitely. And we'll be bringing, I think, Plume to take care of who's on the left side, along with Nananfa. And the rest is going to be Yato again, because we really want those fast replies to grab the food. The wood. Only 2. Early on, also, yeah, I'm being careful to always use a maximum of 6 operators because you don't want to be using 3 energy drinks all the time. Okay. So I just need to get rid of those on the left side, which are a bit dangerous. There. But Plume is going to do a perfect job and start cutting. There you go. Free wood. I just need another activation. Do this. Additional brushes. Another skill activation. I really would prefer she actually targeted with closer to Mananfa because right now I have a bunch of them locked with no way to access them. Okay. There should be more than enough time to get everything. Hopefully. Well, these don't give anything, so might as well. There it goes. I just done the job. So now we just have to retrieve this. We have 19 wood and there's enough on the ground. I don't know. I will be pretty salty if I don't have enough time to actually grab all I want. Oops. There it goes. I might have time. Just. The first. Okay. Should you fight a raiding base at first? If you have a proper account, no. You can just snipe them wherever they are. It's just that here, they have decent amounts of attacks and have only like 3 stars for the most part. And the HQ having 400 defense and big amount of HP, you can just use the HQ. Generally speaking, you can use the HQ to tank a lot of things that you don't want to worry about. But yeah, it's just I'm doing here to be extra safe because I don't. The worst thing that could happen to me is just wasting an entire day on fighting a raid and then licking too many of them because you can get 3 life points at the beginning. I'm not going to try to intercept on this kind of map. Like this map without preparation is 6 lanes. Technically it's 3 because all those that are on the left will try to go to the right and those on the bottom will try to go to the top. So technically you have 3 defenders or at least 3 operators to defend. Will be fine, but I don't have enough DP generation to do this, so I might as well just do something which is safe. And now we'll get upgrades. 8 quarters level 2. 1 planting box group. So that's our next priority. Now, as next priority, we ignore absolutely everything else. We just focus on getting all the planting box groups that we can. So it's going to be. It's not here, it's there. Okay. So more wood required and more water. Crude gold. Okay, there's a guide. We're gonna check out. So the shop, while I'm at it and while it's here, I would recommend you to just not spend anything on the shop and instead just getting Deluxe Krabby Pampies and Deluxe Sowing Harvesters because it's just going to make your life so much easier. I also just remembered that I have exoskeletons that I could have used for the previous map. It would have changed much, but that still would have been nice. So let's go here and see what the guide has to say, because usually when there is a guide, there are also a few free goodies, and we're going to like any free goodies that we can get our hands on. That's nice. 5 stone. So stone. Hello you. Hello my boy. This one. I don't remember what it does. We'll check. Uniqueness. So the first option is just whatever, just some descriptions. The second one is going to confuse a lot of people. Wood chip fungus. What you want to do is give her a lot of wood chip fungus, because after a few tries she will give you a token that is, if you have Uniqueness in your squad, she's going to get some extra buff. I think it's a bit of HP regen and some attack. Other than that, it's just for the achievement, so it's like But for the people who are missing some of the tokens, yeah, just talk to Uniqueness a lot and give her fungi. So these will attack HQ and we'll deal with them on next round. We still have to go here. I don't think it's reasonable to get the Gitmalo to pass, and definitely I wouldn't mind expanding here. We're gonna need water, but we're also gonna need wood, and we are starting to run out. Yeah. That said, I wouldn't recommend building unique test set just for a commission algorithm, even with the upcoming module, because she's going to get her module. I'm not sure when. It's not going to be this patch. I think it's the one after this. It's a very strong to deal with raids, but generally speaking, that's not the biggest concern anyway. So there's a lot of range operators and don't have that much room. So I'm going to drop Jessica. I'm going to bring Warcorn. Yeah, I have 6. I'm not going to use an exoskeleton because I don't think I have enough power to cut wood. I think Warcorn and Popka and Quora will be enough. So I'm just going to go for this. Jagged Jungle. On this map, there is a very sneaky... This one is very sneaky. So there's a secret passage right here, but it's behind the trees, so you actually have to cut the trees. And here are some bushes here and there, just for minor ingredients. Because there are going to be casters on the left, I might want to try... Okay. Whoops. Let me think. Yeah, there's no way for range operators to actually reach this without making battlement, so for the time being, we are just going to have Popka cutting. Along with Kira to deal with Ruse because they get some extra dodge and air. We're gonna have Chris and Amir cutting. This is not going to be the most productive day because the best squad is has already acted. Reclamation algorithm 3 predictions. I would like to go... Well, where could we go for reclamation algorithm 3? I actually don't know. I'm actually not sure where you'd want to go for reclamation algorithm 3. I guess we don't... Have we spent that much time in Ursus? I guess there's Japan, basically. That could be a thing. But frankly, reclamation algorithm 3? That's basically anyone's guess at this point. Yeah, I don't think they would do this again. Not after IS4. That would be weird. Ah, yeah, she died, but it's okay. One more wood. Come on, Chris. One more wood. Okay. Okay, we won't be able to do anything. Okay, we have enough wood to make one harvester. Also, we have a raid that's going to reach HQ. So the HQ is not going to fall. The enemies just are way too weak for this. So all you need to do at this point is just be like, oh well, whatever. You're bringing some melee operators. It don't even have to be all that strong. We can bring Manfire. Do I want to bring Manfire? I do want to keep some of them. For on the other hand, I can also use the harvesters. I think I'm gonna keep Manfire to duel the and Cutter also to duel a bit. The rest is just going to be bring whoever you want. So We can bring a Frost Leaves, she is the one after all. We can bring a Plume. And we can bring a Fang. There it goes. So I'm not worried one bit here about losing the HQ. It's just I might have to redeploy because they're going to come from different angles, but it's not really a big concern. So firstly could use some help. One car is doing all the work on the left. So yeah. Now enough of them that I wasn't confident in getting enough DPS out to actually kill them. That's why I'm just using the HQ to tank. There you go. The things you have to do when you have a newbie account. Okay, 40 crew goal. I think we are too short. I think that's not quite enough. We are 5 crew goals short from getting an harvester or something. Okay, well. And we have another raid that just spawned. This one is also a fixed. This one is a newbie raid that shows up after after a certain number of days. So it's day 6. I think I'm just going to do the same thing. I think I'm just going to let them reach the HQ and the HQ tank. The only thing I want to check is how much it costs to actually repair the HQ. So it cost 55. No. Okay, it doesn't cost. I don't think it costs 55 crew gold. It just it would eat 55 crew gold if I just decide to let it, but I'm not going to let him do this. Though now that we have unlocked this, it's not too hard to defend that one. It's not the best, but at least we do have vision. This one has, I think, has a Colossus. Yeah, and some Guardians. We're not doing this one. Not until much later, that is. Strain to the Abyss doesn't really have much that is interesting to us because we don't really want to deal with ooze. If you clear the raid earlier before reaching the HQ, you just avoid some damage to your HQ, and it's going to cost a bit of crude gold to actually repair said HQ. But if you really struggle, like the problem is that the first raid really has a lot of rushers, and usually what happens, if you're not prepared, you will run out of, well, you just won't have enough DP to deploy enough operators, and you'd have too many leaks, and you'll just waste a day on nothing. And if you waste a day, that's basically 2 energy drinks that you throw out of the window for no good reason, so definitely something you want to avoid. Skirmish, we're going to let it slide for the time being. This one has a lot of minor bushes and a lot of these beasts. I'm kind of struggling to find some good options, so I think we're just gonna stick to Shrubbery Yellow for the time being. I can swap this squad just a little bit to... I don't want to grab Kira. I don't think Kira is going to do much here. Cutter, Milan, more ground DPS. I think we also have enough that I don't need the exoskeleton. I'm just going to finish getting the wood because we need 30 wood. Yeah, we need 30 wood. Yeah, we need 30 wood, but that's okay. We have enough. After that one, I'm starting to run out a bit of food, so we'll go back to a map which has a bunch of birds. The birds are at least that one map with the birds that just go back and forth is very easy if you just want to get it. So yeah, here we can have Pusalter in such a position, so she can at least deal with two of the trees. So, oh, it's not a tree, it's a bush. I'm lying. I'm spreading misinformation, and it's also going to screw me over slightly. Okay, this one is a tree. Catcher might as well just focus on the top side, since Crusader won't be able to reach it. Can start grabbing it. A bush jump scare indeed. In my defense, this map is absolutely horrible, and I very rarely defend on this one in RACC because it's just so bad. The gold harvesters, yes, they are worth. If you want to spend your money on something, just spend them on the Krabby Patties and the wood harvesters. Don't buy things from the shop, or at least try to avoid to do so. Cutter cutting wood. Also, yeah, she won't be able to get the nested. The trees have only, yeah, 100 defense, so because Cutter has double attack, well, it's 2 attacks, she's dealing 800 damage separate, so nice. So, it is slightly worrying to think that I'm struggling to cut just a few trees when later down the line I'll have to deal with bosses with like 400,000 plus HP, and these things have yeah, basically nothing. Also, I'm a moron. What am I doing? Please. Ah! I'm stupid! Gosh darn it! I let myself be distracted, and boom, here goes. Here goes. Okay. Fun time. Exotic beast hunt. I'm just going to ignore the exotic beast. Straight up, I'm going to ignore the exotic beast. This one. I mean, since we're getting there, I might as well talk. Oh, also, I should have thought about this sooner. Because I'm thinking about it since we have to pick between the 3 different squads. Priorities here are going to be anything that improves production, and also this particular node right here for free. But this one is going to require headquarters level 4. This one makes it so that your exploration is going to be like 10 times easier, because you can just deploy someone and they're gonna reveal in 8 surrounding tiles. So this one for combat, that's your priority. Other than this, it's basically only going to be this particular area, because it's just going to be movement speed for the gatherers. And then extra damage to thickets. So thickets are just the trees to gather wood. And then it's going to be more movement speed, and it's damage to monoliths. So that's that for stone, and then for iron at the end. And same for water. There's also one for production here. Yeah. 5% chance for extra double production from planting box groups. So yeah, and when it comes to the vision also, there are a bunch of operators that will break if they don't have vision. So Texas Alter S3, for example, she won't be able to deal any damage in the 3x3 except in the tile right in front of her. So definitely get the vision if you have her. There are some weird cases. For example, Gladia on S3, if you activate it, it removes her vision, so the hurricane thingy doesn't do anything, which is pretty funny. Typhoon S3 is also another one that removes her vision, so you need to actually have someone else lighting up the way. So yeah, it's definitely a critical one when it comes to combat overall. For the tactical tendencies, so you do have a buff from the tech tree that is going to make some things more potent here. Generally speaking, I would just keep on Master Architect, because what's the point of improving constructs in an environment where everything is going to be deleted anyway? So it's going to be one of these two. Brutal Fighter is going to be what I would recommend if you intend to like kill some exotic beast or some bosses or some raids, that kind of thing. Survival Guru is more what I tend to use if I'm looking for some very specific nodes and I'm a bit afraid that I might be pressed by time. In that case, it's just less damage from Wild Beast and 10% attack when blocking. I'm gonna pick Brutal Fighter, but frankly there's not much difference. You can pick either one. Steadily, surely. Yeah, that's the entire idea behind this. And now we get to play around with weather effects. On the bright side, it's not like Era ACC, so operators don't have reduced HP, but I may consider getting a healer for particularly small maps. This one has a bunch of bushes, which is very nice. But also have Wismo's Back Beast. Now, these ones are not going to fight back, but this one can actually be pretty tough because of their HP regen. I don't think I want to bother. This one, I don't even think I can start... wait, start immune? No, okay, it's physical and health damage. Technically, Amiya on scale 3 could stop them, but I don't have access to battlements because I don't want to waste resources. Shadow Thicket is this one. So you have two secret passages, 1 year, 1 year. If you go to this map, you need to craft a wooden platform or use some splash damage. So you can have like Fiametta on the left facing right, and if she uses her S3, she'll be able to destroy this. Or someone like an Olpianus or anything. Secret passages can be destroyed by almost all forms of splash damage. So if you have a resource, let's say you have some ore here, and I want to destroy the secret wall, I could just have like an Aya caster on S2 targeting the resource, and it would destroy the wall because of splash. Same thing if I have a spot, let's say I have a wooden platform right on this position and I use her S2. A dull form will also be able to break those. I technically have a few tools that could destroy this, like for example, even a catapult could destroy the walls, but we're not using catapult. We're not using catapults. Let's see. There are not going to be that many maps that we can make a lot of use out of, because this is more meant for late game. Endless Inferno we're not playing. There are not going to be a lot of things we can do here. I think it's just going to be a lot of wood. There should be like caster. There should be a caster patrolling around here and one there. So we're going to do this one. Thunderburst, I'm not too concerned. Energy drinks. Energy drinks. There we go. I would very much like if there were some encounters. And I'm going to craft. I'm not going to craft, I'm just going to use the exoskeleton, and Yato will be grabbing all the wood. I don't think I need Quora anymore at this point, so all I need is a lot of damage. So we're gonna do this, gravel will block it, and yeah, we're gonna get a lot of wood. Let's go. So there's a caster here. I'm gonna wait a bit because I do want to have Cruise and gravel. Oh, actually got... Oh, it got absolutely deleted. Okay. Damn. Cruister is brutal here. Also, if I had been smart, I would actually change my scale from scale 3 to scale 2, for example. That would be a lot more useful. But I'm not a smart cookie. Yeah, it's just food. Here there is a big crab. Mr. Crab. So with this, it should be... How much do we have? We have already 12. We're gonna get some extra. Come on, Chris! Faster! Do I bother? Nah. Cruise Archer. It's pretty weird to think that you can just cut a bunch of trees by throwing a crossbow at them, but apparently that's a thing. I activate this, and there are 30 seconds left. Also, should drop cutter. Behind the secret passage. So behind the one at the bottom, it's a bird that you have to heal, and if you actually heal it, it's going to give you a few rewards. And behind the other secret passage, it's this dude, the rock burden beast. But I don't have any way to actually beat the shit out of it. So yeah, you can get quite a lot of crude gold. You can also get some minor ingredients. I think it's salt from it. It's not the most valuable target, but if you have the means to take it down, then sure, go ahead and do it. Shadow Thicket, Shadow Thicket, Shadow Thicket. It's like, how many times do you want to do this map? Yes. Alright. Domestication. Domestication. I wouldn't mind if there were some encounters, but apparently that's not allowed around here. This one. The problem with this map... You never played it, Ray? Oh boy, are you in for so surprised, because it is the easiest time. It's always time to play Reclamation. Okay, no, just kidding. It's not always time. Well, I'm doing it with like an advanced account and technically on challenge mode. I want to do it also to show that it's technically possible, but it's going to be a bit rough. So, depending on how well developed your account is, it's certainly going to be a lot rougher for some people than some others. But if you really don't want to struggle as much, I would recommend peaceful mode, because peaceful mode just meant that you're removing like most of the reason why you'd be playing the Reclamation Current in the first place. And also because you will have to deal with some raids even then. So just stick to standard mode, because standard mode, it makes the resources having much less HP, it makes it much easier to craft energy drinks, and even the raids themselves are easier to deal with. The first time I played Reclamation Algorithm, I didn't realize that you could change the difficulty. So I just played on challenge mode the entire way through, and it's only after I was done with the campaign that I realized, oh wait, you can actually change the difficulty. It's like, okay, that would be nice to know earlier. I was still played with on challenge mode, but it was one of those moments where you go like, okay, I guess. I think because I don't really have the means to farm all that much. And this is a bad map because you're gonna have a bunch of people spawning from the right and going to the left. But I don't have the means to fight them. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick a bunch of people just to farm some bushes and move on to the next encounter. Because I just want to check the next nodes. If there are some encounter nodes, it's nice because it's gonna be some free resources for basically no effort. So all I want to do here is just scout from some nodes. So here there are 2 nodes available here. There are some crabs, and thanks to the lightning we can see that there are also 3 bushes here. That's nice. And there are yet more crabs here. Okay. Let's get to it. So I totally don't want to fight them. I'm just going to let them through. I don't think, yeah, Manafa cannot. Never mind. Me when I lie. However, she's going to take some lightning to. Why are you here? Why are you here? Ah, okay. Even wild beasts are, wild animals are jump scaring me. What the heck? Okay. Can you please? Thank you. Do I want you? Yeah, I'm gonna do it with you. Quick, before they arrive. Okay. So I just want to aggro the crab. Why are you here? Just to suffer. Now we can have some good time in there. It just the start is really rough, and well, since so someone mentioned reclamation algorithm 3, I do have a few things. I don't know, maybe I'll keep it for like a day 1000 of reclamation algorithm critical contention, where I'll be like, hey, what are you looking for in area 3? And I certainly hope that they make the start a bit better. I think we can just leave. We got everything, because it's just a bit too rough. It's just a bit too rough. Well, we found the fail beast, but what I'm looking for is this. Oh, and also, oh yeah, okay, that's exactly the node I was looking for. Okay, this one is going to give you 2 options. Well, the third one is just leave. The first one is 6 energy drinks, which is very useful early on. And that's why I'm going to pick this one. This one is going to give you some saliva. And saliva is useful for a bunch of very late game materials. So we're just gonna grab the energy drinks, because 6 energy drinks, that's 3x. That's very nice. And we get to explore some more. No more encounters. Let me check this map. Usually on this map, I think the fail beast goes somewhere along the water. I have no idea whether I actually have any chance of fighting it. Actually, give me a second. Fail beast, what are your stats exactly? It has 70,000 HP, 850 attack and 450 defense. I don't think I want to do it. I don't think I want to do it. The reasonable option is to just go to a shadow thicket and actually clear this. So I'm going to do this. We're gonna have some fun with this later down the line. This time I'm going to put you on skill 2. Yeah. The vanilla wing, frankly, the vanilla wing, especially at the higher pressure, is just a big pile of screw you for even attempting it. But now that I have the Chubai tech on my main account, if I ever come back to it, I'd be like, okay, I'll just put on Chubai, I give her SP calls down, some attack speed, and then I just kill the vanilla wing by permabinding it. Like, forget about anything else, just permabind the Mufo. Well, that one's gonna die. I gotta farm yet more wood. Yet more wood. And that'd be nice if I actually activated the skill. This time I'm gonna have Cutter more in the back. And I'm here doing some work. Things will get a lot easier once we unlock the first deserted town, because then we'll have a constant supply of food and we just won't have as much to worry about. Can I review? Monsoon. Monsoon is going to be an interesting one. And by interesting one, I mean it's going to make me suffer a lot, probably, but... Do you get? Okay, okay. No, not possible. I missed on one wood because I should have placed Yato one tile below. 41 wood. If we check, yeah, okay, let me just double check. Yeah, it's 10 water. Okay, so I just need to get a bit of water and more wood, and I'll be able to come back to the HQ and make a bunch of planting boxes. I'm not doing that one. This one is Thunderstorm. Okay. For the weather effects, in area CC you only care about Thunderstorm, but here, when you don't want to bring a bunch of medics, Thunderburst is the best because it's random. Then comes... Wait, there's no acid rain? There's no acid rain, okay. Well, the acid rain is the next. Because acid rain is going to be a bit of a problem because it's guaranteed to hit all your operators. It's going to debuff them as time goes on. And since you don't get any regeneration effect, they are basically guaranteed to die after a bit. And this one is just the worst. This one is the worst. So I guess we are going to... I already cut a lot of wood, so I don't know where else to go. Placid Pool has... All the wood is at the top. But if I'm going to get there, I'm definitely going to be getting an harvester. So we are going to be buying an harvester because apparently we have enough. I'm gonna make... So I can craft 3 planting box with 90 wood. So I'll have to gather at least 20 wood, which I think I can do. So I'm gonna... That's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Okay. So we have the harvester, we have this, we're gonna have Cruise at the top. The rest of the map. There are secret passages. There are 2 secret passages on the right, which don't lead to too much. Usually just an extra enemy. There is a king crab right here, if I remember correctly, and then a bunch of bushes. So the melee operators are going to grab the bunch. These I don't need the exoskeleton because we have the harvester. I don't think I need that many range operators. So we're gonna grab Melonfa and we're gonna grab a plume. Okay, it's here. So this is a perfect spot for the harvester because just take a look at how all there is. It's going to be the priority, so I want to have crews doing it. It's a bad weather. It's a really bad weather, but it's a very good spot. So I'm just going to stick to it. Secret passages. So in this case, it's only this one here. I don't remember what's in front. We're gonna be getting some of the bushes. This one is a pretty heavy enemy if I remember correctly, so I'm going to let it pass. And keep progressing. And I guess I should start getting those. It takes 85 seconds, the last 85 seconds, so I have quite a bit of time. I have a bit of time. Jump, retreat, get more water. Cruise goes hardcore, and we should be covered in both water and wood with this. And plan to get the last one. Gravel to face check. Oh boy! I would like to point out that somehow gravel managed to do that much damage. What the heck? Can we actually kill this guy? Apparently so. Okay, I just want... Okay, this one I think is a... I know it's just a mimic. Just a mimic. I didn't bring the tool to capture it, but yeah. I'm not sure if it will die in time. We'll see. Come on, you can do it. 20 seconds, trust. Also, I'm seeing that the harvester is could be doing a better job here. Could be doing a better job. Oh well. How much is it? You know what we need for the HQ in Reclamation Lagoon 3? We need some way to make holes. And water. Actually, I mean water, I don't see why you make water because it's not that useful, but it will actually be an interesting one. It will actually be an interesting one. So 42 wood, 36 water, we are more than covered when it comes to the HQ. We can make at least 3 of these. And we can deploy up to 4. You can increase the limit by increasing the headquarters level. So for now, I'm just going to craft these right away. And do I want to stay here? Is there anything else I want to do? It would be more optimal if I decided to stay here and farm some more things, but nah, I don't care about the beast. And at least because we did the extra objective, yeah, we get a critical. if you really want to optimize everything to the maximum, you just stay and possibly try to kill the Feral Beast, but another time. For now, we can go to our HQ. Go up here. 1, 2, 3, and 4 was the initial one. Quadruple the rice production. So with this, that should be about 8 rice per day. Remind me. 1, 2, 40. That's at least... Okay, that's enough for 1 act and some. So we're not fully covered when it comes to food, but at least it's a lot better. So I'm currently on this map, but this is worst. Arguably the second worst map because 3 tiles to the blue box. You definitely don't want to defend there. I don't know if I can already craft wool. I could craft a wool, but that would cost me 2 stone. That being said, it does make life a lot easier when it comes to defense. I think I'll just do the same strat of tanking with the HQ. We'll go back here. And I'm going to order another feral territory. There we go. Another commission. Because ultimately, the timer here, that is not going to please show here. So we're at day 7, but we spent, I think it's 3 days in feral territories, but it did not increment. So that's a lot of buff for no good reason. And this one, so this one has changed. The encounters are going to change on every time the game saves. So now I can just decide to go here and we get 7 to 10 crab claws. But what I did say I do as well would be to go here because yeah, it has saved. It has saved. So I want to go to skirmish and I want to actually give it a shot and see if we can actually clear this. I don't know if we can. I don't know if we can. But we might as well try. So I'm gonna bring everything that's available. Absolutely everything. We're gonna want some healers. We're gonna want Kira, you, and we're gonna want Chris Alter. I think I'm going to remove Yato because gravel can intercept some of the chargers. Fang is going to be there for DP generation. Goodness. And that's about it. There is nothing here very interesting. Ooh, it's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tough one. We yearn for the mines. Wait, did it? Oh yes, they didn't even give me the option to give rice. I guess I don't have enough rice. I guess peace was never an option. Alright. Crew scare! True story, I never even opened this secret passage on my main account. Yeah, I guess we're just gonna be doing this. I'm gonna have gravel here to push them back. I think there's a chest. Yeah, there's a secret chest up here. Okay, that's very tanky dude. We're gonna place Kira here. And we start having some charges. Okay, so This deployment limit is hurting me so much. Goodness. Rip gear out, kind of expected. These apply a damage over time effect to the deals odds damage. Oh, okay. Please stay alive. I guess you need X-ray link. Okay, what do I want to do here? I guess I can remove you. I'm gonna lick the Lancer. I'm just going to intercept this one. Okay, that's GG. Alright. I guess we're good to make a bunch of rice. We're going to play shoot mode and we're going to the rice farm, baby. Okay, so let me go to the encounter because this one is a bunch of crab clothes. That's free food. This fortress. So okay, fortresses. There's another one here. Fortresses, you have. So in this one, it's going to be dead in the middle. For this one, it's going to spawn either there, top left, or it can spawn here, there, or I think it's this spot. I think it's this one. So there are 4 different spots. They don't scale with difficulties, but they are just extremely tanky. I think they got like 500 defense and 400,000 HP. And they are also going to deal physical damage to all your operators that are close to them, so you just have to be careful. I'm gonna accept the commission again because I accepted before the save. There we go. So what are the plans? The plans right now would be, actually I guess we can just take a look at headquarters. So it's going to be making a bunch of rice and saving up for those guys. For the next level, oh, I also need to, I need to replant the, rice. Again. Okay, so stone, we can only get it through the next region. So if you're at this stage of the game, your party, besides developing west, is going to be dealing with a skirmish. So either you fight it off or you just give a bunch of rice to call it a day. After this, you can unlock a path to the north, but it's going to be blocked. So this is the last region, so you don't really care about this. You want to get to the town. And here there's going to be a monolith. The monolith, you're gonna need a lot of damage instances, not just a lot of damage per hit. Just damage instances is enough. But for the time being, it's just going to be a lot of rice. So what we need to do is farm some more and possibly plan for the next planting box groups, because that's going to be more rice going forward. And we have a few recipes that we could check. So in terms of resources, we've got enough to buy 1 curry pumpy or 1 harvester. The rest is pretty basic. Loot mark is not that significant. This one. I remember, okay, I don't remember, and that's actually a nice way to check it. I don't remember if the fortress heals back to full HP after every day. I know that if during the same day you damage it, it's going to retain its damage. And this particular fortress, as far as I remember, does not respawn. If you destroy it, it's done for good. So that would be very nice. Also because it tends to drop a lot of crude gold, which would be extra harvest doesn't like. And this one is like mid, so we're just gonna farm some more. At least when it comes to food, our food situation right now is mostly fine because we can just cycle for the different encounters to get some goodies to avoid spending energy drinks. We can get extra crude gold here as well if need be. This one I'd like. They do have a bit more attack. I'm not super worried about it. I don't think they're gonna be able to destroy his HQ, but just have to be careful. And we're gonna go to Primordial Surge because I already know where the good things to farm are. We're gonna need a lot of melees and Cruise. We can keep Cruise. We can keep Cruise. That's fine. This one also has a secret passage to the north with a bunch of treasures, so it's very important to have a bunch of melees. Yeah, right here. Let me check. Yeah, okay, it's here. So we're just gonna have Chris take care of this. We need to open up this. I guess Chris will just be able to do it. If not for that guy. There we go. The rest is just a bunch of animals, which would be nice to farm, but let's do a face check. Yeah. It's going to move up here. Okay. Yeah, there's a treasure at the very end here. Okay, we don't need cutter, we don't need yet. And we can even... Nope, different. Worst case scenario, I can use a Crusader to actually deal with this, because if I remember... Yeah, there are two big dinos that are pretty angry. For the time being, we're just gonna scout, push that one, stop here. Now if I is going to get destroyed. Alright, Crusader, go. Will she be able to kill them in time? I think she will. Oh yeah, no problem. And there's no point staying there, so. Extra gold. That means basically one extra harvester. This raid. I don't know what to do with this raid. Nah, not worth. Not worth. Get mana to pass, no. Skirmish we can't do it just yet. I think this one is bad and requires a lot of melees. I think I'm just going to go to that one just to unlock the next nodes here, because if I remember, yeah, there's an encounter where you can actually send some of your operators, so I don't actually care about using the energy drinks because we can make some back pretty easily. Once you got your full planting box groups, you're pretty... I'm not gonna say you're set when it comes to food, but things get so much easier. 1 grid gold. We'll go so far with this. Okay. Within range is this map with an absolute shit ton of wood, which would be nice because we are kind of running out of it. We're gonna have to defend. On day 25 we have the Dauntless Linebreaker, which is certainly going to be an experience. So I kinda want to also explore all the nodes, see where the Dauntless Linebreaker spawns, and be able to prepare a map by placing a few walls early, just in case things go bad. So this one we need all the melees. Yato is not going to do anything. Revel is not going to do anything. We're gonna bring Frostleaf again, Popcar because Popcar was an absolute MVP. I guess we could bring Quora as well. Nah. Ethan on skill 1. Yeah, that's good. Let's defend. No, summons can never pick resources. So no monster won't work, deep colors tentacles won't work. It's always only going to be operators or harvesters. I don't think those guys are taking damage, so time to end Unfa. You can see just how much time it takes with all the DPS I'm bringing in. It still takes a lot of time to kill everything, so that's why I don't want to intercept that kind of raid. Okay, you're done. There we go. I'm starting to think that perhaps just picking challenge mode was a terrible idea. Okay, so it's done. We're gonna want to explore some more. Straight into the abyss. It does unlock this node, which I'm not sure I remember which one it is. I think it's an expedition one. Master of the Forest has a lot of wood, but it also has a bunch of drones, including explosive bomb tails. You can bait the bomb tails, so it's not too much trouble. But farming the rest can be a bit of a pain. Hunting zone, but this one on the other end doesn't really do much, so I kind of want more wood. I'm gonna do this. We can bring a lot of range operators for once. Not that many. I think I'm just gonna drop Fang and pudding. I do want an exoskeleton to grab everything, and I guess we can buy. Where's it? There we go. to harvest this. Oh, it's already been added. Good. Okay, so I think it's too woody. Is it 2 wood or is it 2 bushes? I think it's 2 wood. 3, 4, usually it's 3 wood, maybe 1 bush. There's 1 more here. Okay. I think I want to place it there. And I can place it right away because it's not going to die that easily. I'm going to place you there, I guess. Once the bomb tail arrives, I'll just drop a gravel to bait the attacks. Where do I put you? Okay, put you there. Yeah, it's 3. I was thinking it was 3s. I did say I'd bait the attacks and then I proceed not to do so. Okay, bye-bye, Emiya. This one, probably a bush. Yeah. Playing array. If it was just playing array, it would be easy. But I like to suffer, so. Imagine playing array, but playing the actually hardcore version. Okay, please use your stuff. There you go. Time to cut some trees. How much? 39. So yeah, the wood farm for the glow stick strat. I don't have any such luxury here because the goal is to actually clear the entire campaign on challenge mode. Okay. Yeah, we're still gonna be using Brutal Fighter. Oh yeah, it's not unlocked because I didn't clear the previous one. I was still gonna stick to this. I definitely, considering what happens on the next feral territories, I'm going to be a bit more conscious about going to the end and farming resources because clearly we are still missing a lot when it comes to dealing with a raid. So Shadow Thicket, this one has Acid Rain, which is bad, but we already have the means to farm yet more wood. And with that wood, we can grab harvesters. I don't really want to use these too much because we only have 5 stones, so we have 5 before we just run out. Okay. Shadow Thicket, Lodgeberry, Shadow Thicket. We have 4 of the same node. What is this RNG? Please. Please. Come on. Is there one where the weather is more bearable? Yeah, this one. This one is more bearable. So we just want a lot of damage. one harvester. I'm not going to be using the exoskeleton. Actually, I'm going to use the exoskeleton, not the harvesters. Newton gravel would do it. Here we have enough. And just a metal in case. In all cases, I'm here for the long run because reaching, like, realistically, when you think about the challenge, because I do have to complete Active 3, but the biggest part of the challenge is also to survive the 3-time raids, because once I'm past day 100, I fought the Ringbringer. I'm basically good. If I can defeat the Ringbringer, I'm good, because all the successive raids will be much easier to deal with in comparison. I forgot to change scale again. So that's going to be the big part of the challenge, is can you survive to day 100 with a newbie account with like 4 E2 operators and basically nothing else. Obviously I'll be building some, because of the time it takes, I'm going to be building more of them as time goes on. Oniberry, for example, to deal with weather effects. But yeah, it's not going to be an easy walk in the park, that's for sure. Please don't kill. Oh no. Pain. Okay, that was a second one remaining. That's good. Ah, Yato won't be able to get everything, but that's fine. Never mind. Square arena, square arena. There are a few crabs in the corners, and also these most back best. And these ones I don't want to try fighting because they are way too tanky, way too darn tanky. And also we still don't have encounters, and I'm sad. Just to have fun. Who's in here? Oh yeah, just the classic. Yeah, I'm not fighting that. I'm not fighting that. No way. No way, thing way. But we can fight this. That I can do. First leaf. First leaf. This is useless, we might as well use it now. Actually, sometimes it's even worse than useless, sometimes it's actually harmful. Because it drops a glue stick right where you want to drop an operators and you're like, ah, stop doing it. So yeah, all the brushes are here, that's going to be the priority. We also have a... So by default you have a hunting net launcher. Might as well use the opportunity. If you go to feral territories, The way you capture some beast is either you use some the old beast traps, but they are not all that good, or you use this. The way it works is it has defensive recovery. You hit it 5 times, and then it will throw a net at a target within range, but it has a range of a fortress defender. So if you take a look up here, you can see that the 2 beasts, for example, are in range, so they won't be captured if their HP is below 30%. So you do have to be careful about it. Generally speaking, once you unlock the anti-net launchers, that's what you use to capture all the beasts, because it's one, it's reusable, 2, it's fairly convenient to use if you have some spaces that are a bit cramped, and 3, it works on absolutely everything that can be captured, so you might as well just use it. This one is a ranged enemy, if I remember. So I'm just gonna let Plume do some work. There goes. I think this one is a big boy, if I remember correctly. Time to be spooked. This is why I don't want to fight them. It's like, okay. There is a secret passage, but it just leads to a chunky beast. I guess I'm still going to wait 40 seconds, or at least less than this, to get even. Is it one bush? I can't exactly say no to extra resources, considering my situation right now. Just would like to hit you once. I've cut her to some work. More food. More food. No. Okay. Hey, that's good enough. Another shadow thicket. They just want to give us all the shadow thickets in the world. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Beast March is not possible. Warrior's Vision is if it was just this, it would be easy because you can just play Squirrel and face tank everything, but it's not just this. I guess I have to do either this one, which has Thunderstorm, and I don't like doing it, or the Square Arena. But at least this one, you can make some use out of this. What I'd like to do is to make a bit of silence. I have no idea whether it's going to work. I don't think it's going to work at all. I guess I still need to bring the how much physical damage there? Ah, it's not going to work, is it? It's probably not going to work. And I also need to craft 1, 2 battle guns, because I want to see if it's possible to... Can I write some? No. To actually use Ambia's S3 to defeat the rock burden beast, because right now I don't really have any operators that deals enough damage per hit, at least I don't think, to kill the burden beast. So I'm gonna try to see if it's actually possible. Oh no, not this. Also, I'm a moron because I forgot that I need to actually bring some mini operators. I guess it's how I'm using the first one. Ah, it's a mimic, it's not a bird beast. Ah, why do I always get so lucky? Ah. Well, rip. Anyway. No science today, no science. Please don't die here, thank you. Science will wait another day. Science will wait another day. Please don't move away. $20 seconds? Nah. Probably won't be possible, but I'm still going to try it. Especially since there's a caster here. Okay, we can grab some on the left. Just barely. $42 wood. So with this, okay. Oh, it's sunny for once. I'm going to try and kill the fail list. I could also capture it, but capturing it, the main point of capturing it would be to put it in a coral. But corals are like, or is it corals? I have no idea how it's pronounced. It's a super late game structure, so I see no point whatsoever trying to capture the beast. You might as well just kill it if you can. It's sunny, so it should have no bonuses whatsoever, interestingly enough. On the other hand, I kinda use some of my DPS options here. Can a Beagle survive along with just Ansel? Hopefully, yes. If not, I'm going to be sad. Let's add a cutter. No exoskeleton required. We might as well. More food. I wouldn't mind getting the rewards if we actually do manage to get it. That'd be... I don't think it spawns right away, so we just need to pay attention to the corners. It's definitely way too fast. This one is moving weird. Okay, I was like, it moves weirdly. Yeah, if you have things that move in weird patterns, it's usually an indication that your target is here. So, how hard do you hit? Yeah, 850 damage, and I think it's... Is it 800? Yeah, it's 850 and it's arts damage. Okay. Is she... No, Ansel is not enough. But it's okay because we can just cycle through a bunch of operators. Okay, white Kira. Okay, nice cutter to speed things up. I was stressing for nothing, it's easy. There we go. Okay. There are a few beasts up there. Not this one. I'll just wait 1 minute to see if we can actually get one of them. So there are 2, 3. There is an improved version. Not sure if we can actually kill it. This one. We just need to wait 12 seconds. 3, 2, 1. I'm not a big fan of these two guys showing up. Okay. That's one. And that's already good enough. So what we get? Omni Umbrella. Well, someone was complaining about monsoon weather. Omni Umbrella is not only cancels the effect, the minus 40% HP, but also gives you 20%. But it's if you're near medic and supporters. But if you have a particularly important fight, which is going to be the case because Dauntless Linebreaker shows up on day 25, so you have to deal with monsoon. So I'd be having like a medic next to Quora along with this tool to make sure that Quora actually has basically double the HP. Basically double the HP. So it's nice that we get it here. That's also part of the reasons why I felt it's a lot more doable to actually play Reclamation Algorithm with right now, because you didn't have access to these tools before. Like Feral Territories were only introduced in the later expansions. Lush Prairie is the same, it's more the same. It's a lot of cool materials. This one is just Acid Rain, I think. Do we need more wood? We got a 143. I think we have we might as well just farm some water as well. We might as well farm some water. So go back to this. I'm gonna bring Chris, Jessica, just a bunch of other physical damage dealers. Don't really need much shells. I'm gonna save the rest for I guess I can bring a medic just in case the weather is particularly bad. And on this I'm gonna be bringing, I can't bring Deluxe Harvesters, but I can bring new ones. I'm gonna be bringing a bunch of bumpers because water is going to be a problem later on. For tech points, so tech points, every time the game saves, it's going to take a look at what you did. Actually, we'll see after this, after I'm out of the Feral Territories. But basically, every time it saves, it takes a look at everything that you did. And it's going to give you a certain number of points. And tech points, you're going to benefit from the points that you gained, and they are going to be turned into tech points. So here, let me just do this. Add an harvester. I'm gonna try to also do this side. Okay, you just decided to say nope. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I'm gonna leave that one here. It's going to explode and that's going to be fine. So other things that give tech points would be crafting tools, defeating raids, having an headquarters of certain level, and a bunch of other things. Oh yeah, okay, this can just face tank the no problem. And you don't have to be there anymore, so we can just TP on the side. Now this harvester is going to do the same thing as it did before, which is to say it's just going to farm everything on the right and it's going to ignore this big stack of 6. And then I'm going to be mad and be like, why? Why are you doing this to me? How much HP do you have? Oh, you have more than enough. Okay. Let's just go. No, one of them. Ah! You were starting to give. Please, good. Again, no. What are those harvesters doing? It started, and I decided to say no. No. Just to annoy me. It's okay. We set. Both food and water. Finally, an encounter. More energy drinks, please. Thank you. Placid pool. What was the... Okay. I think I'm just going to leave it at that. Because there's just not much more to do besides farming. No. Leave. Just leave. Actually, you'll be able to see how to get tech points. So... Objective is done, blah blah blah. Okay, so this is your score right here, and you can see transform tech trees. If you click on the exclamation mark, it's going to tell you here. So you get 40 points for just passing days, for surviving a certain amount of days, for spending your axe, for defeating some raids, and also for having a certain number of constructs in your headquarters, your forward camp, etc. etc. There's a cap to this. But basically, if you craft some provisions, you get some additional points, but it tells you how to get everything. There's a glue stick strat, which consists in having a ton of wood. And what you do is you go to a day where it saves, you craft a bunch of glow sticks because they are very cheap. You go to the next day when it saves, and then you get all the points, and then you reload back to before you crafted all the glow sticks. It's just rinse and repeat, and you can farm a bunch of points like this. It's a bit of an exploit, so not going to do this unless it's absolutely necessary. 8 rice, miracle. Okay, yeah, I'm not letting those guys touch the headquarters, which is starting to be a bit concerning because it's not going to be trivial to stop them either. Ooh, okay. Let me take a look at the HQ. Okay, it's 217 crude gold to repair. Can't do this. We can't be doing this. Blood Boil Nightclub Trainee. I'm going to do a quick check to see how much attack they can get, because I'm pretty sure they can get high enough that they could. Okay, they get 500 attack by default, but every time there is an enemy defeated, they get 10% extra attack, up to 10 times, so they can get to 1000 attack, Yeah, the HQ is not going to survive this. So we have to find a way to intercept them. Lost Orders is not a great map. This one is an absolutely horrendous map. I think I'll have to use the outpost and actually have to start setting up some defenses in there. But the thing is, I'm gonna need some walls for this. And I can craft one because I'm missing some stone. I don't regret using that stone because ultimately it was still useful, but it's nice. Yeah, okay. It's not available. We would have 2 lanes where I need to block enemies, but ultimately it's still possible. Okay. Talking about tech trees. Yeah, extra damage duplicates. More damage duplicates. Extra bit of visibility when placing operators, even if it's just 2 seconds, can be nice in some circumstances, and reset. I am somewhat stuck with what I want to do. I think what I should try to do should still be to try and damage them as much as possible before they actually get to the HQ, because if they start getting damaged, you can still try to take... Yeah, but not on this map. Like, if they take permanent damage, like if they do have casualties, it's fine. You can damage them here and then on next nodes. And as time goes on, it makes it more possible, but... I consider this. What do we have here? Crude gold. I'll take it. I don't believe I can intercept them here, so I'm gonna try to go to this fortress. So if I want to go to this fortress, I will need to bring a healer, bring Fang, bring Gravel, possibly bring Ethan with a skill 1. I don't think there is any position which is going to be particularly fitting except to kill the boss. But I'd rather bring an additional medic instead to keep Quora alive while Quora tanks the boss, and the rest is just going to try and damage the fortress itself. No idea whether it's going to work, but there's only one way to find out, so... Okay, I think this one... One of these is a shaman and the other is a boss. These are 4 Tiako duelists. This one I don't remember and we don't care about what's on the left. Usually there are 2 shamans that are going to spawn here and there should be a chest right there, and sometimes it can spawn right here or at the bottom. And if I remember, it's a damage reflect chest. So I'm not going to use Fang to actually tank it. I'm just going to put Fang in the corner. Quick scout. It is a damage reflect chest. Okay, this is duelist. We're gonna be bringing you. Let's So we don't need Crusader if the boss is moved there. So yeah, 400,000 HP, 600 defense, not 500. And you need some medics to keep your operators alive, so let's oh, this one is so much tankier than the previous one. So the shamans are doing some work here, so I'm going to slow them down. Yeah, I don't see myself actually clearing this. If I place a battlement here, I'm pretty sure they are going to come. I have 20, 40. I don't see it happening. Are they leaving? They are leaving. They are leaving. They are leaving. Okay. Okay. Okay, yeah, don't block the boss. Listen, learn. Yeah, we're not. Okay, I guess I might as well just try to destroy the chest. We're not destroying that fortress. We're not destroying that fortress. I was like, maybe I can use Korra to tank the boss. No. You're not tanking the boss. You're not tanking the boss. That's not an option. Not with that roster. Maybe with 2 medics on Korra with skill active or something, but I'm starting to think that I have to build mouse to actually reduce attack. Oh boy. Okay. Gotta be doing this. I would like a territory which doesn't have 5 shadow thickets for once. That would be nice. That would be much appreciated. Okay. We can't even reach it. Why are you spawning there? So, what do we want? And I'll try to save up more ice so that we can actually keep on going with the story. So, I'll definitely be bringing battlements, because if I can just get rid of most of the raids, I wouldn't mind, and I'm gonna need more health damage. I guess I should bring Ifan on skill 2 to slow them down. Don't think Cutter is going to be doing that much. Popcar cost a bit much. Gravel could be used as an emergency in 1 block. Well, not for long. I do think I want 2 medics. Pudding would be very nice to get, so I'm gonna get her because Kazimish tend to have quite a bit of defense, but not that I have a res, and let's go. It's time to suffer. Oh, why you spawn here? Why do you spawn here? Why do you spawn here? Take a look at this. All I can place is a gravel, but if I place a gravel, I'm already. I have to like. Is that 2 guys on top of each other? I hope it's not, but. That's two Blood Knight on top of each other, though. Yeah. Okay. Clearly, there's nowhere to open, which means I have no choice but to go for provisions. So, provisions. Oh boy. That is not when I wanted to start using those. DP cost -6 is going to be full beast. Okay. So it's full beast. I use all the full beast. There's an alternative one. No, it's this. I can make one. I can make one. Ah. Okay, what other recipe is there that I can actually make? Something with rice and crab claw. Crab claw, purple, like meat. I'm just running out of options. Okay. How am I to stop them? I guess not on most orders, like on the outpost definitely, but oh boy. I did not expect it. I didn't expect just this raid of all things to start being a serious threat, and here we are. Holy moly! I mean, I did pick challenge mode, but still. Oh boy. Okay. Oh hey, yeah, right. I get some stress stones. That's good. That's good, because I can just place it here. We're gonna have some room. I'm even gonna place a battlement right here. I guess I can even place one there. The enemies, okay, they tend to follow this kind of path, where those on the left will go to the bottom corner, and then they will all join up at the top, and then we'll try to go down. So if I place a battlement here, those that go at the bottom are probably going to cross it and destroy it. I think this one will be safe, but it's not a good spot for any of my operators. That said, this one should be safe. I think I just have to wait until they actually get here, bring a bunch of AoE, and possibly I could like try to place extra walls to waste some of their time, but it's like it's stone. I don't have enough stone to do this. Oh man, oh boy, it's already being painful. It's already being very painful. Okay. So I have to wait 2 acts, because here I'm not going to intercept them. There is no way. Here is the next option. I think at this point, I might just need... Actually, we'll get some points. Might as well use these. So, tickets, give me some level for my operators. Thank you very much. I think it's time to build courier. Wow. Because we're gonna need some more DP regen. I don't see Fang being enough. And he does get extra defense. So he can possibly stall the first few enemies long enough that I can actually get other things out. Wow. Grindstone. You want them to add more rewards? Why do you want them to add more rewards? Have you taken a look at just how much there is? Take a look at all this. It takes ages. If you're using glow sticks for a strat, it's like, yeah, sure. If you got a really good production of, or at least I guess a big stockpile of wood mostly, that's fine. But I mean, I wouldn't complain, but I'm sure a bunch of people will go like, oh no, I have to do some more glow stick farm yet again. Okay, what else could we do? I really should be trying to promote. Oh yeah, but manganese. I think I don't know if manganese is going to drop on the Fonzolter event, but yeah, it's going to be a good opportunity to farm some of these. Play the mode. You're asking people to play the game. Do you realize what you're asking for? People are lazy. They're not going to do this. Come on. Superhuman efforts you're asking right here. Yeah, I don't have quite enough enemy. Alright, let's get back to it. I'd like at the very least to finish off on dealing with this raid. I'd like to finish off on dealing with this raid. So we're gonna be going to Jagged Jungle because there's still something that I need to farm. I don't need that much more. We're gonna bring mostly amenities. We can bring Courier to the table. Is now a available option. Beagle. We don't need glow stick launchers. Exoskeleton is fine. My DPS is going to be horrendous, that being said, so we are going to grab wood harvesters. Open up the secret path and we can get it, I guess. Plume. Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. I just don't want to bring more than 6 subs to save up on energy drinks. There it goes. There are 4 here. I guess I could be getting those. Shoot the dude. This one's probably going to be destroyed at some point, but it doesn't matter. And give me more bushes. Boom. Hopefully Popcar can actually deal with the maybe there we go. Yep. Doing it just fine. Okay, come on, open up. Open up the secret passage. Oh yeah, okay. I was like, did I place her downwards? Like, no, I did place her in the right direction, but not enough damage. Also, Beagle is absolutely dead. There is no way I'm getting it in time. Actually, I broke Plume. I don't think I broke Plume, but... There's a guy. 300 defense, that's even worse. Okay, well, we won't be getting it. Next day is when it saves, and it's also when it reaches the outpost, so it's when things get serious, I guess. I guess I might as well just do this, keep it quite close. I don't want to spend food right now, unless I just do the encounters. Well, I can't do this one because I'm on top of it. And I guess we're gonna go to Gathering of Feathers because it's easy to get the full beasts, get a bunch of wood. Bruce, Jessica. We can add Kira to the party. We can add Manufacturer and don't need anyone else. So this one is just to kill some birds. PTA abuse. PTA does not approve. But it's either them or me, so they're gonna be in this direction, so bit, activate. Okay. There's another one here. Compress manfa. Nice. Cam cutter, no. Almost, but not quite. Should we need to? Definitely. Come on, Kira. Trust. I'm just not gonna wait to activate the skill because of lock on. Ah! Please stay here. Right. Come on. Move forward just a little bit. One more attack. And we're done. I don't want to go there. I want to know what happens with a raid. Ah. Oh, sadness. Well, the thing is, if I want to actually be thorough with this, it's going to take a bit of time. It's getting a bit late for me because I still need to do a few things. I think we'll just stop right here. So we are at day 12. Just to go over what has been done. So we do have headquarters level 2. We do have quite a bit of both water and wood. We've explored most of this. We can actually clear some failed beasts if we go to failed territories. We can clear particularly big things. Food situation is not too bad because we got 4 planting box groups. Overall, it's not too bad. overall it's not too bad. It's just that we're probably gonna need more eyes to bribe those guys at the skirmish and deal with this. And on top of this, next round there will be another feral territory exploration, in which I'm just going to use this opportunity to farm even more wood, because you need a lot of battlements for everything and to be able to use your range operators everywhere. Compared to the first run I ever did, definitely the big difference is that I have a lot more wood, ironically enough, even though I have a much weaker account. So that's definitely going to be the priority. Also, when it comes to the operators, I definitely try to get Cutter to E2, because having someone who can actually be elite dropped on people's face and just kill them would be nice. And Ethan, because Ethan really wants his masteries and his module to actually bind the raids. And I feel it's going to be pretty important for the upcoming raids. Same for Pudding, she's going to require a module. So I'll be working on this. If you have a Chaincaster, at least try to get the module to level 1. Because the where's the thing? Yeah, every time it bounces, you deal 15% less damage. So the last target is going to take 15, 30, 45% less damage. But if you have the modules, that means that the target is basically taking double damage compared to if you didn't have the module. So definitely build your Chaincasters, people. All right. That will be it. I'm not sure when I'm going to stream again. Possibly, I don't know if tomorrow. No, tomorrow is not going to be possible. Maybe on Tuesday. I'll see. But I'll just be putting it on the schedule so that you can see. So thank you for watching me suffer through and struggle through reclamation algorithm with this brilliant account. This is going to, we're in here for the long run. We're in here for the long run. Alright, see you around.